Hi, I'm Rachel and this is Leah, and we are doing the end of Lesson 8, working with vowel teams AI and AY. Today specifically, since we're at the end of our lesson, we're going to be finishing morphology, so our Latin roots. We have lavender cards for our Latin roots. And then I'm going to read Hayride. We'll do writing, our simple story map, graphic organizer, and we'll be good to go for today. So this is the first time we've done something other than prefixes and suffixes, so our affixes. Latin bases are a different word part that have meaning. Latin bases provide the main meaning of words, and they cannot stand alone. They have to have an affix, so either a prefix, a suffix, or both, in order to have meaning. And they make up most of our sophisticated vocabulary. So we are going to do, let's see, odd. A-U-D. Would you like a marker?
Yes.
Okay, blue or black?
Let's do black.
Okay, do marker for the other side, and then pencil for this side. We'll keep consistent with our affixes. Okay. So odd means to hear.
Here.
Okay. Example words: audible, auditory. All right, lovely. There you go. Latin base. Okay, so we'll add that to our affixes deck of cards, and we'll include that in our review now that we have that. Okay, comprehension. We're going to do NIM on pages 3 and pages 8.
Okay.
What's the title of this story?
It's the hayride.
And where is there a vowel team in the word hayride?
A-Y.
And what does AY say?
A.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. We had new ones. It was Friday, and
J-A-Y. Thank you. You're welcome.
this is one J, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. It's like
Jayvon.
V-O.
Bubble team. Woohoo!
So J. Says R. J. J. Wait. AY says A.
Mm-hmm.
J. Jayvon. Jayvon.
Mm-hmm.
Jayvon. It was Friday and Jayvon was set to go to a pumpkin patch with his class and Jayvon was set to go to a pumpkin patch with his class for a hayride. He was going to school on the bus. There was a delay vowel team, so okay, let's put that right. E. Oh. E. Says so. E. D. Delay. Delay.
Do you know what delay means?
Like, how should I explain it? Like if you're wanting to do something at a certain time, you can't because someone is probably not there, or there's more.
Mm-hmm. So something probably came up, so they are not
They have to
time.
Yeah, or they have to do it in 30 minutes.
Yeah, they have to wait.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to school on the bus. There was a delay on the freeway, so he was late. By the time he got to school, his classmates were on the bus that would take them to the pumpkin patch.
Okay. When they got to the pumpkin patch, Jayvon and the rest of his class got off the bus. The first thing they saw was a tractor with a big buggy. There was a pile of hay bales in the buggy. "This is where you will sit," said the man on the tractor. "Just sit on the hay. Do not lay down or play around."
The kids got on the buggy and sat on the hay. The teacher began to pull the buggy.
Okay, that is interesting. Why would the teacher be pulling the buggy?
The tractor.
Okay, that makes
The
more sense.
tractor began to pull the buggy. There were a lot of bumps and there were a lot of bumps on the path. The kids swayed. The kids swayed with each bump.
Beautiful. And the ed ending, what is it? What's its sound in this word?
D.
Good. Okay, keep going.
We have a vowel team and a suffix.
Yes, we do. What's the vowel team?
AY.
And the suffix?
ED.
Nailed it.
The man on the tractor said, hang on. They kept going until they came to a big pumpkin patch. All they could see were orange pumpkins all over the place. The man on the tractor said, You can all take one pumpkin home. Javen said to his class, Let us go get a pumpkin. Let us go get a pumpkin. They all got one to take home. They got back on the buggy and the tractor kept going down the path.
The man on the tractor made a stop and said, Shh, look at the deer by the trees. The kids were all silent. The tractor began to go again, and the kids held their pumpkins as it went down the path.
When they finished the ride, they got on the bus and went back to school. I said that wrong. Went back to school. What a fun day for a hayride.
What day of the week was Javen going to the pumpkin patch?
Friday.
What was the first thing they saw when they got off the bus?
A tractor.
Where were they going to sit?
In the buggy.
When they came to bumps on the path, what did the man on the tractor tell them to do?
Hold on.
What did they find when the tractor stopped?
Deer. Well,
before that.
The pumpkin patch.
And what color were the pumpkins?
Orange.
After they found their own pumpkin, what did they do next?
Get back in.
What else did they see while they were on the wagon?
Deer.
Tell me about a field trip that you have been on before.
The one in Children's House, the zoo one.
Okay.
I kind of don't remember that because I was in Children's House.
I was just about to say, that must have been really memorable because that was when you were in kindergarten and 4 and 3.
One of the two, 4.
Yeah. So you don't remember anything about that field trip?
Not really. But now that I think of it, it's just really surprising that how they could do that and keep all the kids together, and the kids not saying, "I want ice cream, I want popcorn."
They, yes, we have some really amazing Children's House guides.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's do a story map. Well, then hang on to those because we can add them to our T-chart later. Let's see. Okay, story map.
My pencil.
So name and today's date are last day of March. Happy last day of March.
I don't know why I always do this with my name. Like, I just make a little here. It's just weed. Soda.
Mm-hmm.
M-A-R-C-H. Okay. Characters. There's Javen and his classmates.
Okay.
And the man.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffy. Is classmates a compound word?
It is.
Classmates. Time. Okay, so he got to school and his classmates were already on the bus.
Okay.
So I'm guessing the morning.
Okay. Also, we know what day of the week it was because it told
Friday.
us in the text. Mm-hmm.
So Friday morning.
There you go.
Friday. Do you spell morning?
I don't think. I don't think the word morning is in there. You inferred that because his class was on the bus and he just went to school. Great inferencing. M-O-R-N.
M-O-R-N.
I-N-G.
I-N-G. Okay. Place. The pumpkin patch.
We actually have two places in this.
Like.
Almost, kind of three, really.
Like, where they're, like, sitting?
Well, I agree the pumpkin patch is one of them, but in the beginning of the book, were they at the pumpkin patch?
No.
Where were they?
At school.
That was the other one I was thinking.
So, school, the pumpkin patch.
And I was thinking, so the third one, where was Javen when the story first began?
H O O L. Wow. Another L word that doesn't have two L's.
But it doesn't have LE,
Yeah.
so you're good. Okay.
Oh, there's an E?
No, it doesn't have
Okay.
LE. I think that's why it's on our cups list, is because it wants to make sure you're checking for words that are consonant LE, but we haven't talked about that type yet. You're good.
Then what was that? It was the pumpkin patch.